starting the warm-up, when our machine finally gets fired up, it takes a few moments to get that done. It comes into our position screen. So what we want to do is we want to actually go in and get our warm-up and start that process. So in order to do that, we're going to have the door closed. We have tooling in there right now. It should be fine. The warm-up comes up to a position and then cycles back. It does use its range of motion, but it doesn't go towards the chuck. It kind of diagonals away from our chuck, which is actually kind of nice. So we don't have to worry about too much about the tooling that's in there. Now, if I had a drill loaded up in 1, 2, or 3, I believe it cycles to 5. Maybe I'd take that drill out, but for our stick tooling, we're fine. So what we'll do is we will come over to our program button. We're going to hit our program button. It slides into the program, and then so what it does is it does the MDI program, and then we get into our program folder. We see we have multiple programs in here. One is the lathe. So we're going to go scroll down to the lathe warm-up. We're going to then go over to OPRT, click down. We're going to click main program. Now it says it's in the wrong mode, but it's in the edit mode. Oh, we need to hit edit. So we're in NDI mode there. We needed to go to edit. So now I can go to main program. It selects our main program, our lathe warm-up. We're in edit. I go back to the program, and then we can see all of our G code. So that is set for the program. And now we can just go down to auto. When we're in program, we're in edit, we're going to go to auto. Auto comes up blue. So if we're in edit, you're going to be able to have that yellow cursor and move that around. You know you're then in the edit function. Well, and also it says edit right there. When we go into auto, the edit goes away, and then we have our lathe warm-up. And then from there, it's just the cycle start button. Press the cycle start. So it comes in, slides down, goes back up. Now, then it does a little tool change. That's why I'm saying if you have a drill in there, you might want to take it out, because when it gets down into that spot, we don't want that hitting. So right now, it asks in our manual to run this for 10 minutes. So we'll let it run for 10 minutes because it's on a repeat. You can see the M99 code. So it's just going to repeat this for 10 minutes. So set a little timer. 10 minutes, we'll come over and we'll stop it. One of the things in the morning, so this is already kind of run today, so I'm not really too worried about it, but I do want us to start off down in our, here's our rapid or our feed rate percentage. So if we just start a little bit below 50, so we're sitting here at about 30 and 70 on the spindle, we can come back in a couple minutes and then bump it up a couple. So I kind of want to run it in that regard, is that we start a little slower. As it warms up, then we can speed it up. So then we are careful with the ways and the bearings and all the other functions that are in the machine. So yeah, all the other mechanicals, that's the word I was looking for, mechanicals. So as it warms up, then we'll crank up the speed. So we'll come back later, and like I said, I've already done this, so I'm not too worried about it at this point. But we'll just crank it up as we go.